We all know Netflix is not the best when it comes to horror movies. You have the newest Texas Chainsaw Massacre film, The Open House, and who could forget the Death Note remake. But I think I just found the worst horror movie on Netflix. In fact, it could be the reason Netflix is failing right now. The movie is called Fear.com, and with a title like that, who could resist? And when I read the synopsis, I was hooked. People are dying 48 hours after they log onto a website. I see the film got a lot of inspiration from Twitter for its plot. The film is basically just a rip-off of The Ring set on Reddit. It has an element of a creepy video that makes no sense and is just scary imagery, and it has nothing to do with anything, and it has a limited amount of time from when you do the act to your death. When starting a horror movie, you usually need a scene that introduces the threat or creates a normal situation that will soon be twisted into something nefarious. But in this film, while it does technically introduce the threat, it's not what I would call leading with your best foot. The first thing you might notice about this film is it's kind of pixelated for no reason. I imagine the director wanted to give the audience the feeling that they were watching a creepy video online, but this doesn't come across well, as it's not found footage or it's not shown to take place on a website. This scene is set on an underground whale rig and has the classic horror movie staple, a creepy girl playing with something. Many horror movies have characters that make stupid decisions, but this might be the worst decision any character has made during an attack from some demonic force. While they are on a railway line, there is absolutely nothing stopping the person from just moving away from the approaching train. They don't even try, they just stand there. They are literally right next to the edge of the platform. All they had to do was climb up. After the scene, we get a random scene where someone gets out of bed. I'm sure the only reason this was put into the film was for the transition from the dead person's hand to the sleeping person's hand. Now, during the next scene, we get some amazing acting.
I don't know yet. We'll have to wait for the autopsy.
Hello there.
Good to see you. The Kvatch Oblivion Gate has been closed. Don't you understand what that means?
And soon after, we get another overused horror movie trope, old creepy music for no reason. I'm starting to think this isn't a movie, but rather a combination of horror movie tropes in a 90-minute time frame. During this, we get the scariest website ever created, Distressed Furniture. For some reason, this is the first creepy website shown, making me believe that this was the titular Fear.com, but in fact, this is a completely unrelated website, but I'll be calling it Distressed Furniture during this review. Now they go to a random creepy house for no reason, because that's what's supposed to happen in spooky films, and find the intro mission to Cyberpunk 2077. The main characters then watch a video of this exchange student, who previously only talked in some European language, but now talks with perfect English. While this person is going insane, this is the only thing the main character can say.
There's the loser.
Then we get introduced to the main villain, who is doing his best Joker impression.
Now, you and I share a great responsibility. To them.
Well, I'm the Joker, baby!
Jared Leto invites this random woman to the creepy murder room. We then get a strange part of the film where Dr. Michael Morbius chloroforms someone while loud rock music is playing. Now, we need a spooky scene so that people aren't bored, so this random person is hanging around an empty factory for no reason. I feel like I'm going to be saying for no reason a lot. And after seeing the same spooky girl from earlier, he gets in his car. He must be a Redditor, because he runs away from women. And because this car is a Tesla, it starts driving by itself, and there's a lot of shaky cam. And then a clear dummy flies out of the front windshield. Now we get another scene where the Joker tortures someone, which is incredible.
They've come to watch, but also to learn. We will provide a lesson that reducing relationships to anonymous electronic impulses is a perversion.
Now we have a scene that totally shows how the internet works, and we see the true Distressed Furniture site, which shows a scene from The Ring and then bugs come out of the computer. I get the pun, but I still hate it. The next scene that is noteworthy is when the woman searching Distressed Furniture from earlier on is chased by the most horrifying thing, a ball, and literally runs into the plot as they bump into the main characters. This woman is in danger because it's almost 48 hours after they went on to Distress Furniture. The characters have to return to that random creepy house from earlier, where the woman is being attacked by something truly horrifying. Bad CGI. As if it wasn't clear enough that this was a rip of The Ring, a phone starts ringing in the creepy house, which signals the woman's death. After the main characters were too late to save their friend, one of them returns to the creepy house again for no reason. It's not like you have to be in this house to access the website. So after the character reaches the creepy house, they go to the site and agree to help the random computer woman. Then after the character goes down the elevator, we get one of the worst jump scares of all time.
This your glove.
Why is the footage stunted? Why are the colours inverted? Why is there a random shot of an X-ray? If you were looking for answers to these questions, you're going to be disappointed. Now we need the other main character to also be in danger, so after the other guy is taken away, they also go to the creepy house for no reason, and we get a scene that would make anyone sick. The Joker then has another incredible speech to his Twitch audience.
All the sad little lives out there. See? The audience is never wrong.
After that, we get a classic horror movie scene where the main character visits someone who just happens to know everything about the plot. After a bunch of nonsense to pad the runtime, the main characters find an address on a dead body and head to it. Why does this body have the address of the main villain? Because the movie has to happen. Once they get there, they fight the Joker until the one main character is in danger, so the other guy has to type in Distress Furniture, and then I have no idea what happens. I think Jared Leto is transferred into the website, but that's my best guess. And the brain literally gets pulled apart, and then the movie ends. And I'm just as confused as you probably are. I think the reason this movie was made was to capitalise on the popularity of The Ring, instead of trying to create a film that actually made logical sense. I assume the director thought, if we put random scary visuals, I'm sure people will like it. But the film just ends up barely having a plot, and it's incredibly hard to understand in the latter half. If you want to watch this film, I'd recommend skipping to the scenes where the Joker monologues, or where people are being chased by balls, because the rest of the experience is just mind-numbingly boring.